Hey, good morning from Bangkok, Thailand. Monday, July the 15th. I have finished my therapies here in Bangkok. It's been an amazing journey. I'm just so grateful. It's been a powerful experience. It was a rugged road to get here, and to make the decision to do something like stem cell therapy and commit to unknown results and unknown futures, and that journey is wrapped up. For those of you following little Hannah's story, I said goodbye to her last night, and I think it was more difficult for me than it was for her, although I could tell she recognized my voice and turned towards me when I would speak to her. So that was really special for me, and to be able to go through this journey with some other people who just happened to show up at the same time period as I did really was kind of a safety blanket of sorts. And much like in the brain clinic a year plus ago, I feel some separation anxiety because you're alongside other people for, in this case, 3-week time, and they're so invested in your recovery, your health, your well-being, creating new pathways for a healthy lifestyle. And I'm humbled that I had the ability to journey for these last few weeks and believe in the power of hope. I'm a bit overwhelmed. This whole attitude and mindful approach to, quite frankly, my life is a new experience. It's a new undertaking. I'd say for the last few months, adopting or accepting, exploring this positive outlook, this positive approach to my life. It's something new. But for the first time, I don't feel like I'm white knuckling that approach. I'm buying into my hype. I'm buying into a power greater than myself, who has a distinct plan and purpose on my life, and I don't have to, although very often I do, kind of feel like I have to rewrite the script every day. But I no longer need to worry about tomorrow. My focus is just today. My expectation is approach today and every new day for the first time. Leave tomorrow's worries for tomorrow, because today has enough worries of its own. So the power and the hype of hope is such a strong beast, and it was such an elusive thing for me for so long. I definitely now realize that some of the damage I've taken to my head over the years was affecting my ability to look at my life in more realistic terms and in a healthy way, and that I don't have to be overwhelmed or see my days as so daunting. That no matter what was happening in my days, in the past it was such a daunting experience. I had lost confidence to approach my day, to approach a task. The negativity, I called it realism, but really that's shortchanging our potential. And the more we believe in that negative hype train, the more those pathways get cemented in our brains. And so our default becomes unhealthy. Our default becomes pessimism, negativity, minimal outcomes. And who the hell wants that? I mean, shit, that's a miserable existence. I understand it. That was me for so long, and I'm putting my stake down in another yard now, and that is, I am harnessing my thoughts. I'm taking control of the thoughts that enter my mind, and I'm stopping. If it's a negative thought, I am stopping that train before it gets rolling, and I am replacing that with something that I believe actually to be true, and that is that I have a great future ahead, but I can leave that future alone because my focus is now here in the present, making the best version of myself, being the best version of myself. And there's great freedom for me in that. I found that the present is a place that I can reside, and it was such an elusive thing in the past, because I was so unbalanced in my life from injury, my approach to life, fast-paced. I like to be a late night, early morning person. My sleep pattern sucked. And quite frankly, I didn't realize how damaged and injured I was and out of balance until my injury. But all those things were really a precursor to me being injured this last time. I was under a lot of duress and not paying attention, and jacked up my brain. So thus starts a new chapter again. It's a bit overwhelming. But I really believe, and what I've seen here at the stem cell clinic in the hospital, that progress has been made. Even the staff was sharing some of the things that they've seen out of me. My balance has improved. Some of my cognitive functions have improved. They were giving me higher level tasks as I crushed the ones they were throwing at me. I get random memories back from time to time, and they may not really have a place in my present life, but I get random memories, and I believe that's victory. A wise friend in the brain clinic told me, don't belittle small victories, or don't belittle new beginnings. All those are victories. I am here to now weaponize myself. I am here to crush that which attempts to crush me. It's a battle. We're all in a battle. We're always going to be in a battle. We all have pain. We all have trauma from our present and the past. But the relationship we have with pain is crucial to how we live our lives now and what happens to us in the future. Pain can be an immobilizer, or pain can be a tremendous impetus and motivation to roll through whatever it is that's hampering us, whatever it is that speed bump or that roadblock in life. Because all that negativity, all that pessimism creates those pathways in our brain that gets us stuck, and that causes us to lose confidence in our abilities, in our jobs, in our relationships, in ourselves. And that creates a really bleak existence, a really bleak future. pain can sharpen our swords, right? And it's a decision how we choose to use that. We all have it. We all have the same capacity to crush that pain train. So much of what I was overwhelmed with was perception. And as I got injured, I would see my life or the things happening in my life as so monumental. And yes, they're big and they're daunting, but it's not the finish line. I learned to focus on the journey and not the destination anymore, because I can't control my outcomes. I don't control how much more health and recovery I get. The best I can do is continue to do my rehab, my exercises, my sleep, etc. Eating healthy, doing the keto. So I've been doing the paleo and keto for a year and a half. But what I can control is my approach to my journey, my attitude. That has such a tremendous impact on my final destination. But it has a great impact on how my days go. And there's that saying that fake it till you make it. I used to try to subscribe to that, but fake it till you make it removes from me the notion or the power of hope, and the power that something greater in me has control and purpose over my life. So getting to manage that pain experience and getting to recognize that it doesn't have to incapacitate me as I was allowing it to, and going down that dark tunnel makes me look, or made me look at my outcomes in a much bleaker way. And eventually, that dark tunnel seems believable. Seems like that's the cap on my life. And then that darkness can become overwhelming, and the considerations that are made during those times are not healthy. So I choose to utilize pain as a driving force, as a powerful factor for me to explore a healthier version of me today, and let the fire refine me. That pain will refine me. It's not something I'll always stay in, but even if this journey of recovery continues for a long time, that's okay, because daily I am learning more about myself. This weaponizing myself. I'm not bringing a pencil to a gunfight. I have to change a whole lot about myself to equip myself to battle this SOB. So I've worked on my attitude, my mindfulness. Quite frankly, the people I allow into my life now, if it's not someone that's giving me healthy energy, if it's an energy vampire and sucking that energy out of my life, it's time to give them the Heisman. Healthy diets, healthy practices when you get up, staying off computer late at night, social media hype. People get so caught up in people pleasing. Quite frankly, that shit doesn't mean anything. It's so fleeting and so fake. What is enough is the discovery of who's inside of each one of us, and surrounding ourselves with people on a like-minded journey to propel us to greater things. I am the sum total of who I surround myself with. And who I surround myself with now is much different than who I used to be. So I crave and covet healthiness and healthy people. So I am now weaponizing. The journey continues. I really appreciate the love and prayers and support. And I wish I could repay that. The best I can do at the moment is be a friend back. So I love you all, and thank you for being a part of my journey. And I hope that the realism of this has encouraged somebody somewhere. Much love to you all. Bye.